And we are back, midweek point and click. How you doing, Steve?
Good, thanks.
Excellent, that's good to hear. What have you been up to?
So I guess the big news is yesterday a bid was successful on a house and I sent a deposit.
Sweet,
So
sweet.
I'm officially going to be non-homeless anymore.
That's excellent. So what suburb?
Docklands.
Docklands. Wow,
Yep.
that's cool. Congratulations. All right. Well, Steve, considering that you've got that good news, let's give us some extra good news to the chat and us. Can you tell us exactly what happened last week?
So last week we started this is the second session with this game. So we've started a murder mystery,
Second session. It was the
and
first session with this game. Only
oh, this
two.
is the second session
Yeah.
with this game. Yeah. So we've basically only started this murder mystery. We've got a guy who dresses up. I don't know what other outfits it is, but so far he's done a mime and a clown
Mm-hmm.
before killing someone. First one seemed to be targeted one. The second one seemed to be him wiping out a witness or someone that knows about him or is knowing in on him. And we start off playing as one of the side characters or a French lady, but we switch to the main character who's a American guy, and he's on holiday, but he is investigating this crime, standard murder mystery. Last time did we switch back to the girl? It was with the guy that we went into that underground thing through the pipes, right? So the underground like sewer system.
Yeah. So just to step back one moment, Nico Collard, I think her name is the French
Yep.
lady, and George Stobart is the American tourist. Um, George was the one that chased after the clown and found the nose and the soiled, dirty tissue in the sewer.
Yep. Put right
And
in his pocket
what's
in
that?
adventure game fashion. And in good adventure game fashion, he put it right in his pocket.
Absolutely. Yep. Soggy pockets now. And with Nico, we did that puzzle where we did the sliding puzzle to unlock the door.
Yeah.
Like there's two sliding puzzles, so the door would fall down. And then we also did the crush the bullet casing and use that to sort of lock things in
Yeah.
place.
Well, that was I guess it was kind of a puzzle. It's more point and click style puzzle rather than a go to the puzzle thing.
Hmm.
But the other one we did do, the other one was the code breaking puzzle.
Yes,
Where
absolutely.
they, we
The robot
cracked,
spacer as we call it around here. But yeah, it's the deciphering of the
yeah.
alphabet.
Well, the technical name is we cracked a mono alphabetic substitution cipher.
Hey, there's a Steve fact for you. Welcome in Saiku and Tongs. And Artie Fine, hell yeah. We've got the
And
trio
yeah,
here.
I may have done a thing on cryptography as part of my math degree.
That's right, we've got a mathematician in here. Or the mathemagician.
And that was another Steve fact.
We were just talking about the Steve fact. They're not going to count our chickens just yet, but there may be a deluxe
And
version of said Steve fact coming soon to a midweek point and click near you. So we're hydrated. We've you know what? I actually forget exactly where we got up to before we saved it, so that's going to be interesting for us.
yeah, because after that, we were in that. It was like a old-fashioned study section. It reminded me of the Melbourne Library, State Library in Melbourne,
Which character?
where it's just. I didn't think we went back to the girl, but I'm picturing the girl in the thing because it's what we broke into.
Yeah,
This is one
yeah.
that we used the shell casings for, and then that's put us into what looked like the State Library in Melbourne.
Mm.
And we found some stuff in one of the desks. For some reason, she wasn't interested in any of the drawers except one.
Yes. And then there was that
It's a bit
safe
foggy after that.
that we missed. But Tongs, you'll be pleased to know I actually looked it up just to see if we did miss something, and it's nothing. It's like a little red herring, I guess. which is a little bit scary because if red herrings are in the game, I guess it's going to be weird to see where things go.
Most of them have some sort of red herring.
Yeah, true.
They're not as bad as some of the outright crimes that can be in some of the point-and-click ones.
You know, one thing I do have to ask Mr. Ardwood of the Internet Fine about, I'm not sure if you know this, but he did the Pocky Chip Challenge recently. And as he took a bite of the corn chip, a little bit flew into his eye. Super spicy corn chip in the eye. So I want to know how that went. And Psycho, you got to tell us about Bermuda. That sounds amazing as well. A little bit of a cheeky holiday away. All right, we shall start then. Let's see where we're at. Oh, okay. So now we're the girl. That's probably where the confusion came in because we saved it right at that moment.
Yeah. I thought we were here for
only at the start.
We were here for a while because I thought in that whole underground thing she was like, "Oh, my papa," and well, maybe not.
No, that was the prelude to the actual game.
Yeah.
And I think from what happened last time is we received a phone call from George, and it sort of took over from here. Now, as I said before, when I played the original, I don't remember ever playing as Nico. Maybe this is sort of a new scene, but I'm here for it.
I think you said in the first session that you knew that it was because of the Darks version they added scenes with her.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
She was definitely in the game, but I wasn't
Yeah,
quite
but
sure.
You didn't play it as her, yeah.
Yeah. Keep in mind, I was probably 13 or 14 when this game came out and I played it. Artie Fine says, "Oh my goodness, that burned like hell. Fortunately, he was able to use a sink sprayer and flush it out." Sink sprayer like that, well, you don't know what it is, but here we've got this thing called Boost Juice where they make smoothies for you and they've got these sort of sprayers on that hang down. I'm guessing that's what you mean.
I think, was it because I'm picturing, but they're not common outside industrial sites, but there's some sinks that are dedicated to cleaning your eye out.
Oh, I've actually used
one
of those. It was a little bottle with a sort of wide thing that you put in your eye. So when you guys know the story, but when I had that paper cut on my eyeball, I needed to sort of flush out my eye just in case there was remnants of bits of paper and stuff. So I used one of those squeezy bottles that sprays directly on your eye.
Yeah, well, this is like it's more like a traditional sink, but it works like a bidet, kind of like it's a sink version of a bidet. So you hold your face over it and it squirts water into your eye.
Let's just hope that people don't confuse it and you get pink eye from it then. Your eye was nearly as red as Tong's name. Wow. Man, that sucks. And Psycho, good to have you back, if you are back.
You have no messages.
If the sounds need adjusting, just let me know, but it should be good. Ooh, putting the music up. Okay, so
I'm not giving up.
Hopefully this is royalty free.
Nice, yeah.
Actually,
It was a photograph of my father, the first one I ever took, with the first camera he ever bought me.
So you guys know at home, I don't have this full screen because it just messes with everything. So I've got it in a windowed mode, but it only allows you to do. I mean, it's probably a quarter of my screen size, but I've got a dead center. So sometimes the little blue circles might be hard to find. If there's one that's obvious that I haven't clicked on, please let me know. Because you guys have more of a zoomed in version. Really? That's it?
It's just
Just a doodle on a piece of paper?
That's it. Yeah.
Unless I play... You know what I could do? I could play in the preview window, but then I'm not looking at the camera. So, yeah, maybe we won't do that. Okay, cool. Oh, the elephant box. That's right, because she said that her father carved the elephant on the box.
Oh, so it's
The
not a
box was
duplicate.
carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's. The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Cochon's.
I wonder if we can...
Yeah, because we've got a couple of keys. Oh, we could do that too.
Oh,
The box was one of the few
Oh my
things
God.
my father left me. The elephant on...
it's a little bit fiddly. Is that just not working?
Yeah,
Let's
looks
try that
like
little
it's
key.
just ignoring it. And there's another key we've got.
This thing?
Yep.
It seems strange it doesn't even say anything. There's one more.
The box was... The elephant...
That's very weird.
Because the hairpin is like a good opportunity for flavor text, like, "Hope Papa didn't raise me to break into locks,"
Yeah.
or something like that.
The box was one of the few things my father left me. The elephant... The box was...
And it's a drag and drop scenario as well. What's this thing? I don't remember.
The artifact
Ah,
was like
Yeah,
an old
I'd acted
printer's
like a key
block,
before.
covered in symbols.
this has me worried that it might be... I hope it's not a bug or anything. I'm gonna go back. Let's look around first. There is a scene later where you need to quickly go in your inventory and get something out. That was so hard to control because I played it on PS1 and you move the mouse with the D-pad. Whew, it was tough.
Okay. It was like the Yeti scene in one of the King's Quest games.
I don't remember that.
You have to...
My first
That's-
teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him.
It like runs at you from outside the screen, so you barely have any time. And you've got to use a cream pie with the Yeti.
That sounds
You know,
about right,
past
actually.
it.
Let's see if I can use the phone.
So the cream pie like spats in his
There
face and then he
wasn't
falls off
anyone
the
that I
cliff.
needed to call.
Do you think cream pies were like invented just for splatting on people's faces? Because I can't imagine you're going to go, hey, for dessert tonight, we've got cream pie. Like, that seems really strange, right?
I don't know, because like I don't think I've ever had a cream pie or even still know what it is. Like,
I think it's just the pie crust with just cream on top.
yeah, I guess so.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Because like you only ever see it in comedies of the pie fights,
Yeah. And try it one
and
more
you
time.
assume it's just shaving cream on a pie crust.
Michael. Culinary. How you doing?
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
Hopefully this works. Steve, can you do me a favor? Can you
Cover.
look up a walkthrough just for this step, just to see if it's the game?
Yeah, I was wondering whether I should or whether it'll...
Just for this, because I think
Well-
that's what we're meant to do. Oh, I see what you're saying, you absolute filth bag, Mr. Verdentree, Michael Verdentree.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I wasn't going to do the obvious.
Innocent Bolt here is just having a conversation about literal food, and you guys are just like dragging it down. It is fucking filth for sure.
Makes me glad I said I've never tasted a cream pie, though.
Jesus. Can someone bar Joe Steve, please?
Fuck off, Steve.
Thank you. Yeah, how's that walkthrough going, Steve? We just need to know. All it is it's not cheating. It's just to
Yeah, I
see if
don't
it's a
think we
bug.
have it. Okay.
Because even
No, it's a key, but it's a different type of key.
see, even that, right? I just like use the random object. Let's use this condom wrapper on this thing. And at least she shrugs her shoulders, like, I guess because it's in that sort of first
Because it was
person view,
zoomed
it's a
in,
bit
yeah.
weird. Okay. So let's just head then. Ooh. Okay, we've got that. Let's go talk to Hilda over here.
Mademoiselle Collard.
Oh, hello there. Don't tell me I'm going to meet a tall, dark man.
No, I don't think so. Why would you say that?
Oh, just a wild guess.
Anyway, your cousin's female and very pretty.
What?
Your cousin from Marseille. How could you forget her so soon? She was only in your apartment yesterday.
Ah, really?
Such a charming young girl.
Isn't she? And in my apartment, you say?
She let herself in, of course. She's got a key.
Suddenly, everything made sense. My apartment had been bugged. That was how Plantard knew all about my article. How did I know? Because the only cousin I have is a sweet little guy called Jean-Marc, who runs a patisserie in Le Touquet. These people were determined, which meant they were also very dangerous.
Wow. Okay, so maybe we can go inside the apartment again and look for a bug. Culinary, you are most welcome. I thought about that logo a little bit more, and if you're happy with it, absolutely, but I could do a few more passes at it too. I had a few ideas, sort of like shower thoughts, I guess.
I suppose she'd forgotten which apartment was mine.
Oh, Miss Collard, you're a mind reader. That's just what she said.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, I'd better be going. See what my sweet cousin's been getting up to.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Oh man, Artie fine.
So,
Love a lemon meringue.
Where had my pretty new cousin hidden her little bug, eh? I was going to have to search everywhere.
I reckon it's the teddy. That's where I'd do it.
My first teddy. Never had a boyfriend as loyal as him. Undisturbed. No bugs there.
Guess not. What about picture of Dad?
It was a photograph of my father. They hadn't placed the bug on the photo.
That would be like top-notch bugging, I would say. If there was just a bug on the back of a photo, I don't think anyone's ever done that before, so no one would ever look there.
You have no messages.
No bug on there, okay.
I really do not know where we are going, but I pray to God that we are gonna get there. Stay with me, don't leave me where you going. I can't be left alone out of my own hair. I think I know exactly what you're thinking, cause I think I feel the same way too. Take my hand and let's do a little more walking too.
I love that all of her songs. Do you remember that toy back in the 90s? I think it was the 90s that would have these. I think it was like a watch or something like that, but it would have these like songs of an artist. Like let's just say it was Britney Spears, and it would have one song, but it wouldn't be the whole song. I think it would just sort of like fade out. Hit clips. That's the one. It's like she's got the hit clips collection. That's pretty hard to say. I thought maybe under there, but I guess not. Maybe in the phone itself.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Would you bug? Can't see anything else.
Is the dude coming?
Who?
The American guy.
I think we're meeting him at some point. From memory. Okay, so we've got stereo, photo, answering machine. Done those. We've got sit at the desk, use the mobile, use the phone, landline. There's the teddy.
I couldn't see anything else. So we may be done with this room.
Well, I thought we needed to find the bug. Just go in here one more time. Unless, if someone else has the key, you wouldn't put a bug inside a box, surely, right?
Yeah, because I can't listen. Unless the mechanics are in the box and it's poking out.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. But that small metal disc underneath it in the chest was a recent addition.
Got it. Look at that. We got the bug.
Is she from cover?
I don't think so. Maybe she'll say something now. Let's quickly go. Nope. No metal disc.
I guess, did she destroy it but not have it in her inventory?
I'll click it one more time. DS, how you doing? Welcome in.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key.
Okay, so she's not talking about it anymore, so that's great. Okay, we can't really rotate. So that's done. Cool. Let's move on. Lately the lag in the chat, Artifine, has been really good, like 5-6 seconds, something like that. Oh, okay.
At the Arc de Triomphe and the Eiffel Tower and Notre Dame.
Yeah, Notre Dame there.
Can't recognise the others. I know that'd be the Louvre.
Love the Louvre. Oh, that's the ladder again. Remember the...
Please do not finger the wires. They are high-tension, titanium-coated wires, especially imported from Birmingham, in England.
This guy was either into art or wire, or both.
If they were to become freed, this superb piece of kinetic engineering would topple and fall. At the same time, the force of the recoil would take your eye out.
Jesus. Press the other side just in case.
Please do not fiddle with the wires, mademoiselle.
So I'm assuming at one point we're going to make that thing topple.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, mademoiselle.
Can I ask what you're doing?
I am guarding the scene of a terrible and heinous crime.
Yeah, this statue. Tell me about it.
Au contraire, mademoiselle. This statue is a pure and visionary statement, a comment upon man's self-imposed isolation within a debased societal framework.
Not a crime, then.
The only crime you will find here is the murder of the great Monsieur Cachon.
We'll use that as a ladder
No.
for sure.
How dramatic.
I know. Here in this very building,
Yeah,
yes. It
something
is
like
top
that. It
secret,
looks like,
but according to Cachon's wife, the killer was dressed as a mime. Police believe there was an accomplice, a young female journalist.
Oh.
Even as we speak, she is being hotly pursued up and down the land. No stone is being left unturned.
Good place to look for a journalist, officer.
We police are no fools.
Evidently.
Looks like the insignia for Bajor in Star Trek.
I don't know.
How was Monsieur Cachon killed?
He was shot in cold blood with a gun.
Why was he dressed as a mime?
I have my own theory. Either he was mad,
Or
or he was a real mime, trying to throw us all off the scent by cunningly not wearing a disguise.
Wouldn't a mime use
how
an
long have you
invisible
been
gun,
in the
though?
police force?
All my life, mademoiselle.
It shows.
Thank you.
You must be quite an aficionado of modern art.
Au contraire, I adore it. In fact, I dabble myself.
Oh, really? I used to dabble myself, but I managed to quit in the end. Why would a mime kill Monsieur Cachon?
He was a hired killer, I expect. Everybody knows mimes don't leave prints.
I said mimes don't leave prints.
Yeah, they wear gloves. White gloves.
Yeah, but anyone wearing gloves doesn't leave prints.
Yeah, but mimes always wear gloves. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You never see a mime without them. Psycho, one thing that you missed while you were gone is Rocksmith Plus came out. And so I got that. We had a little bit of a sesh.
Monsieur,
Mademoiselle?
More things to say?
how was Monsieur Cachon killed?
Oh, okay.
He was shot.
Why was...
I have...
Oh,
Or
how long have you been in the police?
all my life.
It's sure.
Thank you.
We can...
How would you like a nice air clip like this?
Right.
I must warn you, mademoiselle, that I have been trained to resist such improper advances.
Some games I find... Like, this game is kind of fun to actually go through all... Like, exhaust all the items, even though you know. Because there's always some sort of witty, fun response.
What do you think of this boat ticket?
Mademoiselle, if you think taking me on a boat trip down the Seine is going to get me into bed with you, then you are mistaken.
Oh, Jesus.
I have been trained to resist women offering boat tickets.
I'm mistaken.
And
We
men,
don't need a
too.
boat ticket.
We are up to date on gender issues, you know.
He's been trained specifically with boat ticket women. Psycho, yeah, it was fun. I actually added some commands as well to help, depending on whether I'm playing Rocksmith 2014 or Rocksmith Plus. If you do exclamation mark RS 2014 or RS Plus, it'll actually bring up a set list to make it easier for people to request songs while I'm playing.
Take a look at this shell case.
My God, this must be from the gun that killed him.
Are you sure? I think it is from an army field gun.
Ah, yes, of course. The size, that's the giveaway, isn't it?
Okay, army field gun.
I knew better than to show him a safe key. Ever seen anything like this?
Oh, that's good. That's very good. You have talent, my dear. This is clearly your medium.
Oh, the art thing.
Yeah.
No. What do you think of my elephant?
A poor piece, to be honest. Derivative, crude.
Jeez.
Forget about.
Poor
Oh,
guy.
really? I was just wondering where I should stick it.
Somewhere that doesn't get much light.
That's just what I was thinking. Ever see symbols like these?
Only at the bottom of a bottle, mademoiselle. Ha! You see what I did there? I always find a little humor breaks the ice at the crime scene. Don't you agree?
I think the issue with the elephant, I think it's like a art critic where you show him just garbage and he goes, that's a masterpiece. And you show him something that's actually crafted into something and it's like crude and derivative.
Yeah. Do you remember what this item was with the symbols? Because I'm trying to get his
I
joke.
thought it was a cylinder.
No, the cylinder's over here. We haven't done that
Yeah.
one yet. But there's like a...
I'm trying to think.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
It'd be
another.
crazy to show him the paper with the code. No. Ever seen one of these?
Not since I was a boy. My father taught me how to whittle using a metal cylinder like that.
I bet that kept you quiet.
Indeed it did. I never talked to him again. He died before I finished.
Cool. Alright. How do I leave? Think maybe we have to click these?
You must...
Oh,
Okay. Why would...
he was a...
Okay, cool. Can we go visit the crime scene again? Probably not.
I'm sorry, mademoiselle. This is a crime scene and I cannot permit you to pass beyond this point.
Alright, we're done with this area. Sweet. Oh, hang on. What's this? Oh, it's just showing where the pointer is. Okay, so we went here. The cafe. We haven't... Rougerie. I think that's... I think we have to go to Rougerie.
That's the bomb site, right?
Sorry?
Yeah, it's a bomb site.
Mm-hmm.
The door was locked.
Not if I have something to do with it. Not if I have something to do with it. Not if I have something to do with it. Guess not.
I didn't need to call anyone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hello, could I ask you some questions?
That depends. Are you a cop?
No, I'm a journalist.
Bit late, aren't you? They already took away the body.
I'm doing a follow-up on this story.
Okay.
Would you like this hair clip?
What do you take me for? Some kind of a pervert?
You see this ticket?
Are you trying to bribe me?
No.
The
I
hair
don't
clip must
blame
mean
you, of
something
course.
different in French
Good-looking
culture.
fella like me.
What's that?
Hair clip must be mean something different in French culture. So I was
Well,
going to joke that he was going to go, "Are you some sort of pervert?" Oh, you think I'm some sort of pervert? But
Right.
then he said it. That's two guys that have been creeped out by it, even though it's a feminine piece of clothing, but it's not sexual in any way. It's kind of weird.
Don't know.
What do you think of my shell case?
Are you in the scrap business?
Of course not.
Pity. I've got some rubbish just like that I need to get rid of.
Yeah, dear, sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm glad you fixed it. Clibbered perv, huh?
Would you recognize this?
That is the key to a safe. A Warrener special, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh, he knows safes.
Do you know how I could get the paint out of this cloth?
What do you think this is? Household Tips Week?
He wouldn't be interested.
Do you like this coffee?
Check out that.
It's the kind of thing you pick up for a couple of euros at Les Puces de Saint-Ouen.
Everyone's a little bit harsh towards the carving.
He wouldn't be interested in a substitution cipher.
Ah, that makes
Oh,
sense.
it's the, yeah.
What did that joke mean then where he says that I only see that at the bottom of a glass? I guess when you're drinking and the numbers are
I think,
like the letters are rearranged because he's too drunk.
yeah, that could be like it's, yeah, because everything looks kind of wrong because you're too drunk.
Look at this secret message.
Very nice. But it's not secret now, is it? It's just a message.
I think he's as good a comedian
you
as he
know
is an
this
artist.
man?
He looks like a nasty piece of work. I had an uncle who was with the fascists, but we never talk about him.
What happened to him?
How should I know? We never talk about him.
The writing
Have
is
you
good.
ever seen anything like this?
What do you think I am? A plumber?
Okay.
You're doing a
dressed like
fine
Mario.
job.
Damn right I am.
He is.
You should be writing about me, not that idiot that got blown up.
The heroes who pick up the pieces when disaster strikes.
Exactly.
Well, give me your best smile and maybe I'll put your picture in the article.
Oh, right. Just give me a minute to do my hair.
The police
Oh.
had removed the body, but nothing else looked disturbed.
Did that allow us to get in because he's looking in
Yeah.
the thing? Okay, that's cool.
Some journalists drink on the job, not me. Some journalists drink.
Oh, she means, yeah. So she's talking about another journalist, but yeah, she means because we're telling her to drink.
Oops, stupid thing.
7 years bad luck.
I guess it was already shattered. Oh, we have to put it together?
I don't think so.
A panel had been blown away, revealing a gap. From this angle, I could see that something had been lodged in the gap behind the pipes.
It's another soggy tissue.
From this angle,
Okay, so that's pointing
So maybe it's, yeah, we go out and then.
down the alley. Yeah.
Is it?
I guess, or maybe we move this out. Here we
Behind the table were some damaged pipes. Voila! The police and forensic teams had missed a vital piece of evidence. Some kind of pouch. On the pouch was the cross symbol of Cochon's organization. I was on the right track.
go. Okay. We should probably look at that little thing. Looks like a...
On the pouch
Ammo
was the
pouch.
cross symbol of Cochon's organization. Inside the pouch were two items: a strange metallic artifact and a letter in some kind of code.
Ooh, do we have another cipher?
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cochon.
Okay, cool. Love these.
Oh, yeah. I thought
These-
it meant the same, but yeah, same type of thing. Okay.
Okay, let's see. It's all about finding... Alright, we have an apostrophe and a letter here, and an apostrophe and a letter. Do you think that might be an N?
Max is by itself, so I think it's an A. Because it's...
Apostrophe A?
When it's... Oh, do you reckon that's... Oh, that's an actual apostrophe, is it? I thought it was part of the symbol.
Unless it's an S.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Because this could be a word... Because I'm thinking like Guns N' Roses, right? So you've got the... Instead of and, it's apostrophe N. Maybe? Let's see what happens if we do this, if it looks... Okay, so far it seems okay.
It's a repeated word.
Yeah, here.
That's
and
correct, because
here.
the two-letter words are the ones that can really reject it, but that fits. Because it could be on, or an, or in.
That could be I'm, oh, but then you'd have the apostrophe as well. Or, maybe?
Yeah, I mean the other one with the N, like it verifies that the N is possibly correct, because
Yeah.
it fits. Like the upside down U is an S.
Where are you seeing...
Says there's three two-letter words. Each of them ends with that.
Oh, this letter here?
Yeah.
Well, we could try it, yeah.
God, four. Four completely different versions.
Upside down U, where is it here?
Oh no,
Yeah, A.
first one, yep.
N something
Okay,
S?
probably not.
No, I don't think so. Unless we're wrong about the N.
So I can see four different two-letter words, each of them ending with the same character.
Which is usually, would say an N. On, in, an.
We've
So
already got an, and that's why I was
Yes.
thinking S, because it is as...
Is
Us.
as, and us.
I guess it can't be S, because it's three.
It is some Albed shit for sure. Final Fantasy X reference. All right, what about... The other cipher was easier, I reckon.
Might have gone the wrong way down
And
first.
let's just go back for a second.
Yeah, I think that might be...
What if we look at the old cipher?
I had decrypted the note. Pierre, this is take. I'd been.
Damn, we can't look at it. Must be different. Let's keep that in the maybe pile for a second. Let's see if we can find some other stuff.
Hey, what about my photos?
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course. How could I forget?
Well, I'm waiting. Get your camera out.
Camera. Oh, I forgot. It broke.
Alors, they should never send a woman to do a man's job.
Well, this woman had fooled him easily enough. And found the evidence the police had missed.
I'm glad that she sasses back, especially at shit like that.
Hello?
So,
Yes?
We didn't do.
Do you recognize this?
Oh, we didn't see that
It
actually.
looks like a kid's puzzle piece.
That was one of the things in the pouch.
Would you like to see this?
No.
Have the police finished with the crime scene?
What does it look like? I got orders to board up the windows, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Au
That's
revoir.
done. Let's try the cipher again.
yeah. So keep in mind, so when you go to it,
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cochon.
Plantard, Cachon.
Substitution cipher. This means a different symbol has been used to represent it. Yeah, we know that. Crack the code. Yep. Okay, cool. Do you think we're pretty safe with that being an N? Because I can't think of anything else that would be apostrophe.
No, I think there's multiple, like O, because like barrel O monkeys.
Oh,
I think
okay.
we might have to lead it. I think it's distracting us too much.
Let's
The one thing I can see is I'm absolutely certain of.
Mhm.
It's a trick from the spy game I talked about.
Okay.
That one in the middle, top row, middle. It's like an N with little tail,
This
scorpion
one?
tail. No, in the bottom, the symbols at the bottom,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. We
below the
don't.
T, just immediately below the T.
This one? Yep.
Yep, that one is an A
And why do you know that?
because if you see the first word. So looking at the context of the note, Conchard is involved, and that first word matches Conchard.
Right. So you reckon that maybe like this thing would be an R?
Actually, it's not Conchard. But there's one of them that was like 8 letters, and it was something something A, and something A at the end.
Do we go back and just listen to the names again?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if we get it.
Another coded message using
write
the
it
same cipher system. So,
Plantard.
Plantard was involved with
I got them
Cochon.
both mixed up.
Plantard. And who was the other guy?
Cachon.
Pashon. I don't know.
So that should be 7 letters with a double.
I don't know how to spell Pashon. All right. So you reckon?
So that's a P.
Yeah. Okay.
L.
So we got his name straight out. That's good. This one is a P. D is the U. R is the this. Let's see if it works. Oh, this. Oh, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it's still reasonably valid.
Where is the? There it is.
And that's pretty common.
All right. Let's see. Does this work? And is right. Trail. Which is the weird end thing. This one.
Looks like Arno. So that's the one immediately below Q. Yeah, that looks like Arno.
What's Arno?
It's a river in France.
Okay. Into
That's Pierre.
Pierre killed. So is the okay, cool.
Murderer, I guess.
Okay. Let's try that. Where is that symbol here? Must. Pickaxe is S.
Followed.
Followed. Okay.
And so it's likely must have followed.
W.
Yeah.
Must have. Okay. H is this weird N. This is a V. Must have followed the trail from Arno and...
That'd be vigilant.
Where are you saying? Oh,
That one. Yep.
G and the weird money symbol.
Yeah.
B.
And girl. He will come for us now. Yes, I was an S.
Y is this one? Yamada, you think?
Plantard. Pierre Kill. Murderer must have followed trail from Arno and Yamada. He will come for us now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So much for Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her and for Canchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Awesome. So now I just need to remember... Okay, so Carchon is the dude that was shot and Plantard was the dude that was blown up, correct?
I've lost track of those.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
I was thinking at the start of this, I wonder if this is one of the ones where I should be writing stuff down. And then when it started, it's like, oh no, it seems simple enough. And now I realize, yeah, I should have been written stuff down.
Well, we can consult here. Carchon's organized kept me under surveillance. But have chosen to kill me. Huh?
So one of the tricks to... So those ciphers, the one that used to be used in real life, they didn't actually do much to stop people who were determined and pretty good at breaking them, but the one thing with those ciphers that the puzzles usually don't have, because it makes them really hard, is the concept of a diphthong. So a diphthong is a letter that says that the next character is a double, so that you don't have like you saw that message, double letters really give away what the word might be, because they're kind of rare and it's obvious. So diphthong breaks it up by having a character that says the next character is a double. So literal would be Li diphthong TLE, and you don't see the double when you're looking at the symbols, coded symbols.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is null characters, which are characters that don't mean anything, but you sprinkle them through the message to try to throw off someone trying to work out what words are.
Gotcha. Strange guy called Plantard phones saying that he was information about the costume killer. Yeah, I'm actually writing it down now in the book so we know who's
And
who.
that was another Steve fact.
That was another Steve fact, you're right. Okay. Plantard. Now, Nico just mentioned a female's name. I'm not sure who it
The
was.
wife?
That's what I was thinking. It was the wife. The wife's name is Imelda. Did we
Okay.
hear Imelda just then? If we don't know, I'm sure we'll hear about it soon. But I'm keeping tabs on the page now. Okay.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
In the room.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
In the room below the conciergerie. Where's the conciergerie? Let me do that one more time.
Another coded message using the same cipher system. So, Plantard was involved with Cochon. Plantard. Pierre killed.
wrong thing, didn't I?
Murderer must have
Sorry, I
followed
was
trail
getting,
from Arnaud and Yamada.
Lisa, the MVP,
He will
has
come
brought
for
me
us
dinner.
now. We must be vigilant. Thierry's girl broke into Pierre's safe. She worries me. Imelda. So
Imelda,
much for
okay.
Imelda's innocence. Plantard was working for her and for Conchon. But why did Plantard want to meet? Was it a trap? Or maybe he was in too deep and needed me to tell the story, whatever the story was. One thing was clear. It was a story worth killing for.
Okay. At least we've got the names now.
The artifact had a sword laid across scales. There was a picture of Lady Justice on the locked panel in the room below the conciergerie.
I don't know where the conciergerie is. Is that the safe, maybe, that we couldn't get into last time? I'm thinking that might be it. That's Tong's safe.
There might have been clues down there, but I was relieved I didn't have a sewer key.
Just giving up. Okay, I think we can go...
The strange metal artifact I found in Plantard's pouch had pointed back to the quayside.
Hell yeah, it is. For sure. That's what we want. Do we have to do this puzzle again?
The slab was too heavy for
We
me to
do.
lift.
We do have to do this puzzle again. Okay. Grab this. Then we use this. Then we use this. All right. Here's where it gets tricky.
Grab the bullet and then go for the door.
Do we need this again?
I removed the shell case.
Thought we did. Thought there's a reason we did it.
It's okay for now. There you go, Tongs. No more restless nights.
Plantard's key fitted the lock, so he must have used this place too. A photograph had been torn up.
Oh, was it the other half?
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to do a puzzle?
If I could just arrange the
we are.
pieces. Oh my god. It can't be.
Papa.
You can see that I've arranged torn up photos before.
Where she finds out her dad's a informant during the war. Something like that.
Oh yeah, rotating the pieces would suck. Games love to do that. that's his face.
They put the corner down, and that goes next to it. And then that might reveal that goes between them. Yep.
There was no doubt about it. It was a picture of my father.
She wasn't quite sure until that last piece, though. She had to
Papa,
be certain.
oh God. After what I'd gone through, I thought I could face anything, but not this. My father, the one person in the whole world who I truly admired, standing with Crachon while those murderers carried on with their evil work. My father, grinning at the camera. I couldn't believe it. I realized that I desperately needed to get to the bottom of this story.
That's a scumbag.
And that I really needed George.
Man, Mexican food's so good. Hey, we're George again. Time to save it. There was more in there? Do you mean like the folders and things? Yeah. George is going upstairs, as the French would say. Ooh la la.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked. The door was shabby and in need of a coat of paint. I couldn't imagine the Collard woman living here.
He's going up because the French usually go
hi.
down on you.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would
Roger,
you like
Steve.
me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
Very good. It only takes a minute.
Thanks
Fuck
all
off,
the same,
Steve.
but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. What do you make of this tool?
Is
Let's
it
go.
something a dentist would use?
No, it's for raising manhole covers.
Formidable.
Do you recognize this nose?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about this tissue?
Nothing.
She didn't want my soggy tissue.
What can you tell me about this material?
It's a very expensive piece of cloth, monsieur.
Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people associate them with death.
Yikes. Well, thanks for telling me.
What's he
what
gonna
other
do with the
flowers do you
flowers?
have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity?
Trying to batter up the
I don't want to
the
give her the
journalist.
wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are
Looks like we're gonna
iris,
ask her about
the flame
yoga.
of passion,
And the little yellow ones?
sensuality.
Well, they're no use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat. I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know? How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are born with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe. I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
Is it just me that thought that was really weird?
What do you mean?
Like you're not born with a satellite dish or satellite television?
Yeah, I guess it is a bit weird.
Do you know a young woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I do. She lives upstairs from me in the apartment block across the street.
I tried the door, but it's locked.
You know, I've told the landlord about that 1,000,000 times. It is a damp. The old building is like a sponge. It sucks up the moisture from God knows where.
You mean the door is stuck because it's swollen?
That is correct. There is an art to opening it. Don't shove too hard. Just give it a gentle nudge above the lock.
Thanks for the advice.
Applicable to more than one thing.
Bye, Joe Steve. DS, thanks for stopping by. Good to see you.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
A few months. She's in for a shock when the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. Your young lady, she deserves better.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes. Oh, I've heard her crying herself to sleep at night.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too
With the town
proud, if
gossip.
you ask me.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man. Tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
So weird.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Mademoiselle
Sometimes
Collard?
it would look like that.
No, monsieur.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
Thanks for letting me know how to break into this girl's apartment that I just met.
Yeah.
It was the door to Nico's apartment.
That and look,
Remembering
she
the flower
cries herself to
seller's
sleep
advice,
each night.
I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Tell me about it.
Hi.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George. Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers underneath the cafe.
I thought she
I
said a
thought I
beer.
could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck. Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
My editor told me to drop this story. Can you believe it?
But you're not going to do that.
Oh no. I'm going to find out what's behind these killings. It just doesn't add up. It almost feels like some sort of conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just
The
about
line reads are
everyone.
weird. Took me back for a second. It just seemed really strange. Ah, I see Nina's piss emote. Nice.
This is the tool I used to get into the sewers.
Fascinating, George.
You're not interested, are you?
Oh, of course I am. I think it was very brave of you to go down those sewers.
Yeah? Well, it was kind of scary, but, well, I had a job to do.
And if I didn't, I wouldn't have this soiled tissue.
I found this false nose in the sewer.
Hey, what's this inside it?
The contents of someone's nose?
Don't be cross, George. It says La Risée du Monde. Masks and costumes. It's a costume shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner remembers who hired the clown costume.
Yeah, Tongs, the bug was under the it was under the elephant thing.
In a chest
I found
where
this tissue
it was
down the
unlikely
sewer.
to hear anything.
That's disgusting, George.
No. I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use, or clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
Hey, I had a thought. What if that key object that we got, that opened up that safe also opens up the elephant box because we now know that the dad's involved.
I found a piece of material near the cafe.
When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed a film I shot at the cafe. Here, George. It's an enlargement I made.
I've got an enlargement for you.
Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh, no?
Take a close look at his right cheek.
A scar in the shape of a horseshoe.
Or a crescent moon.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind
Someone
you.
just subscribed to Baltimore's channel, so they get a face waterfall. That's how we do things around here.
DG, thank you so much for the resub. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Tell me more about yourself.
There's nothing much to tell.
Well, how'd you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought me my first camera. I was 8, and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with
Is
your
that why you
father?
cry yourself
Yes.
to sleep each night?
My mother went off with her new boyfriend.
Good to know that, Steve.
I didn't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I don't mind talking about him.
that's
He was more
suspicious.
like an older brother, really. Always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted me to study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used. Paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Arno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it, millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown.
I had been about to add mine to the list, but stopped myself. I really didn't want to have to explain to George about my father's involvement with Cachon.
You know, I hate to admit it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you this, I will not be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance for a big break.
Or an early death.
Okay, that was good.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. How's your girlfriend?
She's not my girlfriend.
Maybe not yet, but I see your paths entwined in the future.
I doubt it. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Oh, what a hunk.
He's a killer.
I can see that. His eyes say it all.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur, you will.
I'm back to listening to the old Giant Bomb podcast from like 2009.
You have?
Yeah. I'm working.
Wow. It'd be weird hearing about games that are coming out, knowing that they've already come and gone. And whether
Yeah,
they're
it's
good
mostly for the banter, but there was one, I sort of just ignored that bit, but there's one that was kind of funny because it's them, I think it was something that was coming out and they were theorizing about it, and it's like, I know exactly what happens. I forget what it was something where they were kind of off a bit.
I don't know what these are. Cafe, yeah? What's this? Where are you? Oh, okay. Costume store. Sweet. Gramophone. This needs braces. Culinary. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out the VOD. Okay, I think that's it for all the items around.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Of course. How can I help you?
This is what French people are like.
What does this
This is
tool
what
mean
weirdos
to
that own
you?
costume stores
Nothing,
are like.
monsieur.
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Yeah, Michael, it's like
So don't.
every single take in this game is done in a different room.
Yeah.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that.
Yep, he's a creep.
Bestheimer's
And now he's a creep.
number
Not when he's
7
talking.
white
He's
pancake.
normalizing dressing in your
Theatrical
sister's
grease paint,
underwear.
right?
Oui,
But
monsieur.
now he's a creep.
La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui, he was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Oh.
No, it's a buzzer. This.
Haha, cop that.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
That's good advice.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this buzzer back?
No, you keep it.
Are you sure this is the same man who hired the clown suit?
Certainement, Monsieur Khan.
Exactly, Saku. That's what I was thinking of. What's the hand gesture? Is it like, like this? I think something like that.
I hope that when we ask people,
Thanks for your help, buddy.
he doesn't ask
My
them about the buzzer.
pleasure,
He just
monsieur.
does the joke every time you click it.
For which one? Sorry.
You know, you can click your inventory items to show people something and ask about them.
Oh yeah, and you just
I
does everybody.
hope he doesn't ask about it and he actually tries that joke every time you click it. I hope.
Yeah, that sounds great actually. Okay, cool. So it's grayed out now that we've exhausted it. That's great. Oh, George wants the alcohol though. Oh, can we get in here? Oh, right. Okay. We'll go there later. Oh, look at that ramen kitty there. That little emote. Ramen is so cute. Ooh, who's this?
Hello? Who is this? Hi. My name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about?
Who are you working for? I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice. Ah, thank God. I thought you were the police. There are innocent
Heyo.
lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Psychic Ramen is doing fantastic. She's cute. I bought her a collar that's on its way from Etsy, so it's engraved and everything. It's going to be good. She's going to be a real pretty girl.
What do you know about the clown who bombed the Café de la Chandelle Verte?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs.
Sit, Ubu, sit.
The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Hell yeah. Oh no, we can't get in now. Damn. Okay, well.
There was nothing of interest.
I animated it though.
Yep.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
I'm gonna look for more tissues.
You take it to the lady and just go, look, I found another soggy tissue in the sewer.
Go.
Hi there, remember
Talk to
me?
old mate.
Ah, Mary, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Want to buzz you?
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, Mary, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm,
That's the same line. We can skip through
the
this.
evidence.
So,
I take a lot of showers.
Just so you know, everyone, that Mexican was absolutely delicious. MVP Lisa strikes again. All right, I think we need to now go to the map. Is that open? What's this one? Hotel Ubu, yep. We didn't go to Rujara, did we?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh, she's a wee Jerry.
Okay.
Shock her, shock her, shock her.
We will.
The guy at the novelty shop gave me this.
Ah.
What is it?
A hand buzzer. You put it in your hand and give people electric shocks.
Why?
It's a gag, a practical joke.
If you ever use it on me, I'll break your arm.
Okay. I get the picture.
That's all I have to say. I
I
wanted
have
to
to
use it
go.
on you.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, nothing pertaining to the case, but a guy gave me this shocker.
Okay. So what's this one? We haven't been to the police station yet. Let's go there.
Is that the concierge from before?
Concierge. This is the sergeant that sounds like culinary.
Oh, it is too. Oh, it's just the police station.
Yep.
It was just some police paperwork, a search warrant.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Did I show you my tool, Sergeant?
Yes, monsieur. Unfortunately, you did.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Have you seen
No,
this
monsieur.
boy?
It's the guy who bombed the cafe. The clown.
This man looks nothing like a clown.
He's taken off his grease paint and costume.
Then there is nothing to link this man with the killing.
Nothing? Look at those murderous eyes.
Hardly likely to get him convicted.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
He's gonna love this tissue.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
I told you, no, monsieur.
Would you like to shake my hand, Sergeant?
Yes.
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur. The gesture could be misconstrued.
Almost.
There's one person that deserved it.
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Not really. Do you know a man named Khan?
He's a shifty-looking guy with a scar on his right cheek.
No, monsieur. Has this man any connection with the bombing of the cafe?
Yes. I believe Khan was the name he used when he hired the clown costume.
See you later, Sergeant.
I gotta talk to this guy, but I said no, so maybe...
Excuse me, Sergeant.
What do you want now?
Yeah, there we go.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
Steal his warrant.
It's Stobart, monsieur. He insists on talking to you again.
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Did you see that Batman animated series came out 30 years ago?
Hi, Inspector. Remember me?
That doesn't
But
surprise
of
me.
course,
Was scared when I
Mr.
saw it.
Stobart. My mind is a
Actually, it looks like
well-ordered
the
faculty.
League of Shadows guy.
A mental classification system
Is that why?
that's the envy of the Bibliothèque Nationale. No tricks, mark you, monsieur. Just exercise. Just as our muscles waste through inactivity, so our minds decay. But there is no need. If only people would learn to exercise their wits daily.
If he was trying to impress me, it
That's
worked.
why I do
He
a
was
Sudoku
pompous
every
and
morning.
patronizing, but he had style.
Eh bien, if you called about the bombing, you're too late. Investigations have been closed.
What?
But
Have been taken off the case.
what about the murderer, the dead guy?
It is out of my hands.
Artie. That's so true. Hell, I reckon Saving Private Ryan's probably around 30 years old. Nah, not 30 years. At least 20 though, right?
Yeah, at least 20.
Did you find out the ID of the guy who was killed in the explosion?
I already knew who he was.
I heard that the bomb victim's name was Plantar.
Your sources are reliable.
He was a big shot at the Treasury, wasn't he? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I cannot comment.
Don't you want
See
to know
that
what I
thing-
found out about the killer?
I told you, monsieur, the case is closed. I have washed my hands of the whole affair.
Then I'll have to continue my investigations without your help.
No. You must forget the business of the clown completely. Go back to being an ordinary tourist, Stobart.
It's in that thing of so I mean, I barely watch the Teletubbies, but there's that baby's face in the sun.
I've never seen it, but I think you've told me this. But yeah, tell the chap.
Oh yeah. There's that thing that came up where that child, the baby, like it is like baby just laughing at the camera, and they just superimpose that on a son to represent the son. That baby is now old enough that she's got a baby of her own.
Yeah.
That's the one that really hit me hard.
So long, Inspector.
So I think it's a mixture of the fact that was way past my time.
See you later,
that's
Sergeant.
for kids when I was a teenager, and then the idea that now that baby is old enough to have a kid. Just yeah.
It's weird thinking of that lady's husband, where at parties he's going, "Hey, did you know that my wife is actually the baby from Teletubbies?" Like that's a strange conversation to have. Hotel Ubu. Oh, bunch of wise guys out the front.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
That is not a good idea. Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No, I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. No, I don't.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
Nope.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
Ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Bestheimer's number 12.
If you say so.
You shock around
my
Joe
hand.
Pesci.
Oh, rats. Have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
Yeah, that's a bad one,
I've seen
Dunster.
daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies. Hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A
I got
plank
hose
in the
pipe down
kisser.
pants. Oh, Steve, what are you doing to me? Jesus.
What? What'd I do?
My friend had her son about a year after high school, and now he just started high school. Yeah, getting old. Didn't always have these greys either. Just... Time just passes so quickly now. Killer.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's. Do you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Voiced. Alright, let's speak to Luigi.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Oh, it's Waluigi.
Yeah, it is.
What does this tool suggest to you?
Hard labor.
The hell? Did you hear that goat again? The goat
Is it
played.
actually? Yeah. And then I thought there was a goat in the background, but it's the guy's newspaper.
There's no goat, it's just the game plays random goats. Speaking of, exclamation goat.
Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
No, I never saw it.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Absolutely. Can someone Google broken sword
Oh,
random
that's-
goat?
Just doing it.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick.
There's a
Very
goat in
sick.
it.
Very sick.
Will you shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be funny?
No,
That's
I
a bug.
really am looking for a clown.
Initial form I
no
see,
clowns
but I
here
know
except
why.
you.
So someone
But
else
the
has
guy
heard that the
says
goat
using a
does
sewer key on a door, and then someone else said same at Hotel Ubu when you leave the hotel the first time. Someone else says same when you use the sewer key on the suit of armor. Oh, I shouldn't say that.
Okay, so when there's a suit of armor, we're going to use the sewer key just so we can hear that goat again.
Have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
That's a suit of velvet.
name means
That's what it
nothing
was.
to me.
I'm not sure if this
It
game
also
has
seems like
points.
there's a goat puzzle in it, so I'm assuming it's just a mislinked goat sound effect.
Usually there's that sort of sparkle sound when we solve something too.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
Sparkles
I
make
told
a
you.
sound?
I don't know it.
Alright, we're gonna try and go in, they're gonna stop us. No? I thought that was that Why Do Birds song.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
Uh-oh.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a
Yeah, I think they didn't use a sound studio, they just used probably
I
quiet
am
rooms.
Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not...
Because theoretically,
A
you should
real
be able to
lady?
record from all over the
I
world
mean,
and it won't
You're an
sound
honest
different.
to God aristocrat?
Unless you
Oh,
are
I
just
don't
going
know
to quiet
about that.
rooms to
Few of my
record.
ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood. The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Maybe what if back in the day, because this game came out, I guess it would have been like Windows 95 and PlayStation 1. So do you think that if they compress the audio even more, that you probably wouldn't tell the differences between the different rooms as much? I'm not too sure. I don't remember
Yeah,
it
it could be
sounding...
that too. Yeah, like it might, the end result might not have sounded bad. So like when you kind of like when you play one of those Nintendo games on an emulator and there's things in it that it relies on a CRT, and when it's done in
Can you
high
think of
proper
any use
resolution,
for
it's
this
bad.
tool, ma'am?
I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Oh, behave.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's
Monkey!
Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens, no! Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Nice. Got to the bottom of it. Clunks, how you doing? Hope you've been well.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
Hey, that actually reminds me. In the US, do you guys have Red Nose Day? It's something we have here, but I'm not sure if you guys celebrate it as well. It's like a children's charity, I think, where you just wear a red nose.
Yeah, it's more like a charity than a...
There's a particular day for it, though.
Yeah. Is it diabetes or something?
Yes, at Walgreens. You have Red Nose Day at Walgreens?
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
If only you knew what was on it. All right, you ready?
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer on this dear lady.
George.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know
Racist.
plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets. That doesn't necessarily make them gangsters.
The man you know as Merlin is a fake.
Yeah,
What do you mean,
I
sweetie?
remember now.
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know,
She doesn't didn't
I'd
grab her
rather like
pearls.
to assist you in stitching him up.
I think the big thing about Red Nose Day is you could get red noses for your car and put it on the front bumper.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that Clark chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
We've got safe keys for days.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase.
Did you guys also have, speaking of like kids stuff like Red Nose Day, but in primary school there was, or elementary school as Americans would call it, there were like book drives where you'd have this sort of catalog of different books that you want to buy, like picture storybooks and things like that. And then the famous lolly or candy drive as well, where you could go through and select the different candies that you want, and all that would go to charity. Though I always remember that it was just filled with aniseed rings for some reason.
Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
If I could get in there, I would. Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said. The wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Tongs. It was like a book fair kind of thing, but for lollies. We call them lollies, but you know, candy, same thing.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be. The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance, those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my life.
I'm glad he finally turned up after all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who's the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner
yeah.
from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Slightly racist.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
I cannot guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting
Some
drain
smart
covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
Alright, do you think he's really... like he really speaks with that accent, the voice actor, or is he putting one on?
Do you recognize this man? He
but I haven't
calls
listened to it
himself
properly.
Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a
I'm pretty sure
private
it's fake.
detective. What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most
It's
severely
like a
in the last
Chekhov level of
cultural
accent.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like heaven. Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Shock him.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Now, that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there. Do you know a guy called Plantow?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Oh, well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have. Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
Alright, easy.
Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
The door was locked.
I don't think I've got anything, or maybe. No.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room.
Oh, okay, so we
the
go
sign
outside
on the
and
door
climb
read
something.
22. The door was locked.
Okay. Cool. Oh, didn't see that. Oh, there's the key.
O'Connell.
Wouldn't
Oh,
it
no,
be
not
if it was
quite.
voiced by him?
Yeah, the hair reminded me, and the stats.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan,
His face is
but
much
the name in
different.
the book for room 22 was Merlin. I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
Looks
I'm
good like
conducting
him.
a private
And that.
investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur.
Look at this
That man is
photograph.
one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Do you recognize this red nose?
No, monsieur.
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it for you, monsieur?
Hey, no! It could be useful. I'm holding on to this.
As you wish,
I would love it if
monsieur.
the used
Perhaps
tissue
you would like a
stays
little
in the pocket
plastic
the whole game.
baggie to keep it in?
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
That's feeling a lot of it is because he hasn't chucked that sewer opener
Hey,
yet
shake
away.
my hand.
Might need
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Plantow?
No, monsieur.
Plantar?
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur. May I see some form of identification?
That's true.
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats. Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
I already did.
Alors, you know I am telling the truth. May Saint Armand strike me down if I lie.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you,
Sounded like an
I
internal
do not
thought.
know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Like that. It's weird because the other one was actual dialogue and that one was an internal thought. So strange.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You are trying to steal that key, no?
No.
No
Not us.
way.
Alright, time to go out in the alley and climb.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, Flap.
You bet.
Oh, don't steal my soaky tissue.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies, monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Flap.
Oh, okay. Nothing's showing up. That's weird.
Oh, this is for later, and we are supposed to get the key.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, maybe jump out the window and land in the trash or something. I'm kind of wondering what our next move is then. Things were kind of flowing smoothly before, but now... Unless... I'm going to try something. Talk to the lady.
Hi,
or
man.
maybe we call...
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
That
That's
gangster
how
I
the guy
told you
about
about? He went through my pockets just now.
Good heavens! One never knows what to expect in foreign parts. Thank you for the warning, young man. I shall hide my credit cards in my underwear.
Perhaps they'll swipe themselves.
Hello again. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
What now, monsieur?
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Yes? I do not see any signs of a gorilla.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
I was hoping he'd go out to tell him off and then I could steal.
Yeah,
I believe
was as
Khan,
well.
the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin, the man who has taken room 22.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials, I cannot help.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you? No, I cannot do it.
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
Aren't you concerned that your guests are being intimidated by gangsters?
No one else has complained, monsieur. Did they steal anything from you?
Well, no. They didn't find what they were looking for.
What was that?
I don't know. I don't think they did either.
Hold it right
Not
there.
this again.
Search him again, Flap.
Ah, that's why you have to jump out the window then.
Guido.
Okay, let him
Yeah,
go.
once you've got something. If they're not looking for valuables there to stop something coming out.
Yeah. Makes sense. I actually don't think we can leave, so we must have to do something here. Yeah.
Get lost, creep.
Oh, yeah? And what if I don't? What if I call the cops?
First, I break your arms at the elbows and wrists. Then, when you recover consciousness, I break your fingers.
There's just one flaw in your plans, Ape-Man.
What's that?
It's broad daylight. I don't think even you would assault me on a busy street. Of course, this tranquil square at the end of a cul-de-sac. This isolated corner of Paris that hasn't seen a street sweeper's brush since VE Day. This would be just about perfect for a mugging. Pardon me, I'm about to get very lost. Hey, Shorty, I didn't think much of your trick, little man. I don't know what you're looking for, but you picked on the wrong guy. Maybe you'll spread the word around the sewers. George Stobart is on the case. That's Stobart. 2 B's and 2 T's.
What?
It sounded impressive to me, but the weasel didn't seem to share my enthusiasm. Still, I figured he'd think twice before gunning me down in the street in cold blood.
I do not like your tone.
Oh, yeah? And what are you going to do about it?
If you do not go away, I will gun you down in cold blood, right here in the street, without thinking twice about it.
Oh, we should probably save it and see if he lives up to that.
Hey, Shorty!
Damn.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Alright, chat, what do you think? What are we missing out on? Talk to the lady again.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Oh.
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
Are you asking me to aid you
Hell
in a
yeah.
criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse? I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say! You there? Flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewellery for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Steal it.
Over to you, my dear.
Nice. Oh, hang on, it was this one, wasn't it?
The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
Yeah, Karen's power's being good, used for good instead of evil.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
The days before electronic locks in hotels. Ooh, CRT?
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
Would you know the smell of camphor, Steve?
I don't even know what camphor is. Wait, is that a mothball?
The cabinet was empty,
chemical?
but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did. The cabinet was empty, but it smelled of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Love onions. So good.
It's a pain reliever.
Onions are?
A camphor.
Oh.
They're used for skin irritation.
Like bepanthen cream? You put on tattoos and cracked nipples.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his
This one's
bed.
for insect stings and bites, minor burns, hemorrhoids, and cold sores.
Lovely.
Apparently does have a strong aroma.
Get in bed.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits. It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Ooh. Come on now.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture. It was Khan. I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed.
Usually.
But this guy was a killer, and I didn't want any surprises.
George 47.
He left his checkered pants on the bed.
Oh, something in the pockets maybe. Oh.
A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked. then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch. I had that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. There was nothing in the pocket.
Do we have anything that could cut
I
through?
couldn't do that. A strip along the side seam of the pants had been then sewn.
We
Look
need a
at the
knife or
dirt.
something. Sorry?
Oh, that's weird. It's weird we can't look at the dirt.
Oh.
I flipped the pants over. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants. It was like pulling out a ripcord. I found nothing in the pocket. I turned the pants over again.
Where's the thread thing? Oh, that came undone. Okay.
I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. There was nothing in the pocket.
And Screwball.
There was nothing else in the secret pocket. The pocket was empty.
Can I
turned the pants over again. The pocket was empty. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
So that voice acting sounded fine, like as far as the room noise goes.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut. It was a key ring bearing one large brass key and a tag which read, Hotel Ubu.
Okay, I think we're done then. They're going to search our pockets, hey? Put the soggy tissue in the pants? I'll do that.
The assassin had been too smart to...
I'll try it at least.
There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
Oh, damn. What kind of sick fuck would you be, though, if you went around putting soggy tissues in people's pants?
I have to try that one day.
Oh, yeah, that could be it, Michael, for sure. I wonder, we might have to throw some of these things out the window, maybe? Maybe we can jump down. We'll save it and then go through the thugs and see what happens. Yeah, this is the director's cut. Don't know if it's remastered per se, but... I swear the start of that song is like that. Why do birds suddenly appear?
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Next we'll see if they take anything. Let's see what they would actually be checking for.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay.
Okay.
There's nothing we took that's really distinctive.
Well, we've got the matchbook. And
So
the
maybe we didn't get everything.
The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Al...
Hey, it's a good guess. I would stick to it too.
Hello again.
Maybe these guys know. What's this?
Do you recognize this card?
No, I do not.
Does the name on this matchbook mean anything to you?
Indeed it does, for Alamut was the home of the old man of the mountains.
Excuse me.
You do not know him?
No, I don't. Do you recognize this key?
No, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
It's crazy that they just let the old woman
Hi,
play the
ma'am.
grand piano in the hotel.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
As long as it's not a nuisance, you'd sort of allow it.
But you might not even know. Like, what if she just jumped on and started playing like Darude Sandstorm or something.
This is the key to room 21.
Was there something bad
That's
about that?
next to the room taken by that rotten Merlin, isn't
Maybe.
it?
Yes, and it's vacant.
Really? How convenient.
Maybe it was my imagination, but I had an uncomfortable feeling about this situation. Yeah.
Tongs, did you say that Sandstorm was in Rocksmith Plus? Was it you? Someone did. Or was that Steve?
The only two bad things you can do is A, play it like without training and just like slam it, randomly press keys, or playing chopsticks. So there's only really two bad things you can do on a piano.
What about the real chopsticks though? Because the chopsticks that people say, I know how to play chopsticks, isn't really.
I found
Yeah,
this
because it's just the
matchbook
same
in
thing over and
Merlin's
over. It's
bedroom.
It came
you got
from
your
the
fingers
club
apart and one of your fingers moves towards the high
It might
finger.
be useful to find out if that club is in Paris, George.
Or that, you know, when they play on the piano and they use their knuckles on the black keys, and it goes diddle-in, dun, dun, diddle-in, dun, dun, diddle-in, dun, dun, diddle-in, dun, dun. Like people just play that as well.
I don't know that
I
one.
found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has a million faces.
Okay.
What now, monsieur?
Show
Do you
me key.
recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little hook to your pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist. If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not especiellement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct
So we can
an
trash it.
investigation,
Nice.
I won't stop you.
What about the people that are going to be there?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Yeah, like it doesn't make sense at all. But
Does
like
this
the
pass
cleaning
mean
staff
anything
goes
to you?
in
That
at a
is
specific time
Monsieur
between
Murden's
check in and check
property.
out.
That's right.
So it's not like you
Merlin the
can just
murderer.
have a
I
vacant
want to
room
see what is
used.
left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive.
I guess we can speak to the goons? So I don't know how we...
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
'Cause there's no way out here.
Have you ever seen this key before?
How should I know?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nah,
What does the name Merlin mean to you?
nothing.
Not even if I say it in an evil, criminally insane kind of way? Merlin. Thomas Merlin.
Nothing at
I
all.
bet the voice actor had fun with that.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Alright, Waluigi.
Hey, Shorty. What does this key mean to you?
Nothing.
I actually really like that portrait. I think it looks good.
Does this
It's
matchbook
goofy.
mean anything to you?
It is just a matchbook. Why should I
Considering the other ones have been that cartoony.
Do you know a guy called Merlin?
No.
Man. Yeah, so there's nothing. Nothing here either.
I recognized the guy. It was the Nobel Prize winner from the country whose name I couldn't pronounce. The woman was obviously English. She had all the qualities of Boadicea, Elizabeth I, and Margaret Thatcher rolled into one. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Oh, brutal. Okay, so maybe there is something in that room then? Now that he allows us to go up there. Oh, wait.
What
safe.
now, monsieur?
Did I show you this pass?
Oui, monsieur.
There's no safe there anymore, is there? Can't click on any of those. Damn.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Where to is she now? Go back in here and then we can go back into Merlin's.
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
I think that's important, or is that for flavour?
Flavor, I reckon.
Yeah, because there's nothing significant about the people in here.
It's weird that there's a 4-seater couch in the room.
Mm.
Alright, the onions again.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onion.
Yeah, okay. Go back out and go in.
Maybe that was a room the gangster used.
Mm.
Doesn't Waluigi like onions?
Or garlic or something.
Or was that Waluigi? It was that Wario.
Wario, yeah. This dress is Wario colours.
There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants.
What is this? Puzzle hints. Okay, that's good. Didn't even know that was a thing. You can use that, maybe.
So the dresser doesn't do anything?
Nope.
No, the one on the right.
This one here says he's well organized.
No.
The cabinet had no drawers, just a single door. The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
Can we...
Maybe not. Maybe not. The nose was hollow. It was a bright red plastic...
We need to get into the safe, obviously.
What now, monsieur?
Unless we have to dress up as him? Surely not.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Maybe the British lady
Hello
can
again.
distract him so he can
Thanks
get
for
to the
your
safe.
help.
Goodbye.
Yeah. But having the card was kind of like a proof of ID.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of. Follow me, George.
Okay. Hopefully she's around for the rest of the game. Whenever I get stuck, she can come and help me.
Did you place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but...
What's the problem?
He isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually worked.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
This will be the thing that the thugs will want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save it then.
Yeah, let's see what happens when you exit.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
Ah.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard. I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript, but I couldn't let it fall into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
Yeah.
I'm worried something's going to take it and it's going to lead us on more of a chase. Like that piece of map in Monkey Island 2.
They would just whisper away in the wind.
Yeah, every time you got to it.
Hold it right there. Search him again, Flap.
Nothing, Guido.
Okay, let him go.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed. I couldn't wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Nice.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, George.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use. There aren't even any matches in it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Never heard of him or the company.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
It kind of makes sense because I was wondering, yeah, what is she doing? Like, we're doing all the work, but it makes sense in the original game where you didn't play as her, so there wouldn't be that much for her to do.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore. There was someone, a guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times, warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
You're just not going to believe what I've found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the U-boot.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It could be, which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Ooh, cutscene.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years. Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
But maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after. Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I feel that this would be me, right? I'd draw this art and think it was fantastic. And then someone would look at it and go, 3 hideous faces, when it was me just trying to draw like a normal face.
Okay. Well, I didn't even pick there was 3 faces.
Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplinam mea lux videbis.
By my teachings, you will see the light.
You speak Latin? Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Tell me slowly.
It's a fair, is that a beer bong or is it a vuvuzela? Vuvuzela? Is that what they're called?
Vuvuzela.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
It's funny that the English and French say Minotaur, and the Americans say Minotaur, and we say Minotaur.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
A knight with a crystal. The knight threw...
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana Jones?
Hey.
I know a guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it.
Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino guy?
At the Krön Museum. I'll give you the address.
Nice.
Are you sure you've never heard of Thomas Merlin?
Positive.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
The only thing we didn't click on is the center.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Okay, that's it. Oh no, there must be something else. Unless we have to click what?
I have to go through them again, yeah.
A night through my... There's a... Between... There's a... But the...
I really should play Loom, you know? I never played it back in the day.
I have to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play it in the day, but I
Don't
played
forget
it
to look for
afterwards when I was an
Lobino at
adult.
the Krön Museum.
It's good.
Yeah, like that was one I was going to put forward because it's worth playing.
Yeah, for sure.
The one thing is, I might have to be armed with a walkthrough. There's like it's generally okay. There is one bit that I was stuck on for ages.
Yeah,
And I'm going to be...
Cool.
So I remember picking it up a second time and then got stuck on the exact same fucking bit and absolutely couldn't figure it out and couldn't remember what I did last time. And yeah, I remember being stuck on it the first time for ages and the second time it beat me and I just couldn't get past it.
Do you remember it enough these days?
I remember where it was. I just remember it's like I remember the place and I just remember there being about 3 screens you could sort of move between and I just couldn't figure out the thing that makes you progress.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'll add it to the list for sure because it's always been something that I've wanted to play but never really had a chance to. Be cool if they remade it, but I guess we'll just have to deal with... Like, is it voiced? I think it is voiced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The graphics, like, it's got the sort of like LucasArts look to it, but a less polished. It's weird that it's advertised in Monkey Island because it must be the same era, but it's a little bit less polished than Monkey Island.
Right.
But the concepts are kind of interesting.
Sweet. All right. Well, I reckon we might call it there then. It was a good session. We what are we? What's our runtime? 2.5 hours. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let me see if there is anyone online. Oh, just Barjo. It's all good. Let's just call it there then. Plans for this week? Saturday morning, I'll do some more Rocksmith. Rocksmith Plus and or Rocksmith 2014. Michael, I'm not sure if you want me to do the reveal, the je ne sais quoi, the whatever. But yeah, maybe keep an eye out on Sunday as well. Maybe we'll be doing something then. Okay, cool. Resident Evil is going to make a comeback after a super long hiatus.
Can you say where you guys are picking up from?
Yeah, so we never actually finished Resident Evil 2 B campaign. I think we beat A campaign, but not B. But I think we're also 1 hour from the end, something like that. So once we do that, might just jump into 3 straight away, potentially. Yeah, cool. So look out for that too. That'll be over on little Michael's channel, the old Verdantree's channel. So yeah. We're literally right at the end of RE2 Leon B. Cool, there you go. Yeah, shouldn't be much work at all. Sweet. Well, thank you everyone for for watching. Thank you so much for the subs that have come in tonight. And yeah, it was good fun. We'll catch you on the next one. Toodles.
Yep. Thanks everyone.